Hi guys, today let us study about the different types of loads, supports and support reactions. Well, what is a beam? Beam is a structural member which has larger length compared to its width and depth and is subjected to a system of loads. Hence, the length of the beam will be largely greater than its width and its depth and will also be subjected to various types of different loads. Next, moving on to the types of beams. First, cantilever beam. Well, it is a beam in which one end of the beam will be fixed and the other end will be free. Simply supported beam. Well, if both ends of the beams are simply supported, then it is known as a simply supported beam. Overhanging beam. Well, if a part of the beam overhangs at its ends, that is, extends beyond its support, then it is known as a overhanging beam. These types of beams can exist in two types, that is, single overhanging beam where the beam overhangs at one end and then double overhanging beams where the beam overhangs at both the ends. Next, support reactions. Well, when a number of forces are acting on a beam, then the supports of the beam will provide an opposite reaction which is called as the support reaction. Hence, the reactions provided by the supports along with the loads will keep the system in equilibrium. Hence, here also summation h is equal to summation v is equal to summation m is equal to 0. Next, moving on to the types of loads. Well, what are loads? Loads are the forces which are acting on the structure. Hence, these loads can be classified into concentrated or point load. Well, these are the loads which are acting at a point on the beam. For example, the weight of a man standing at a certain point on the beam is considered to be a point load. Next, uniformly distributed load. Well, if the beam is loaded in such a way that each unit length of the beam carries the same intensity of the load, then it is known as UDL. For example, a brick wall constructed on a beam can be considered as an UDL. Next, uniformly varying load. Well, if a beam is loaded in such a way that each unit length of the beam will carry a uniformly varying intensity of loading, then such a load is known as UVL. Well, it basically means that for every increase in unit length, there will be an increasing intensity of loading which will be uniform. For example, a brick wall constructed on a beam to carry a sloping roof can be considered as a UVL. Thank you.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at ClassFly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.